ending every show now with a meet and greet. MEAT. You're in line for a gift card from the butcher shop there, Butcher's Block. David is on the line. He has never called this program before. We will ask him a few questions about himself here. Hello, David. How are you?
Hey, Kelly. I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
Doing real well, thank you. Appreciate you calling. Appreciate you listening. How long have you been listening to this show?
Since I was about 21, so maybe like 6 years or so.
Oh, we appreciate that. We really appreciate
What do you
that.
listen to when you're not listening to this show?
I just listen to my own Spotify playlist.
All right, cool.
You like metal? You like pop, country?
I like a lot of Christian rap, actually. So I actually really like Biggie's raps because they're always fun to listen to.
All right. Okay, well, that's BB
Christian
Shea.
rap, yeah.
And
BB Shea could use a little dose of Christianity.
he could. He definitely could. Who's your favorite member of this program?
It's definitely got to be the big man. I love Biggie, his impersonations. He's always so funny.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I love him as well. He's my best friend.
And the voices.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good when you say that because Biggie's my best good friend.
Yeah.
What's something really interesting about you, David, as we meet and greet you?
So there's a lot of things, but I definitely decided that I think, because I heard you guys talking about Hinge earlier, which I've used, but something interesting about me is I used Facebook dating, and I am now with my girlfriend of 2 years and met her through Facebook dating.
Okay. How many apps were you on before that?
I definitely used Hinge. I used Tinder for a little bit, but I didn't like it that much because there was too many bots.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
And how do you start up a conversation with somebody like that online?
Well, through Facebook dating, I liked it that there was like these placards or like these cards that you could see what somebody was interested in. Like they could answer a question about what their interests were.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, you can like respond to those, or you can like leave a comment on it whenever you're liking that person's profile. And that's kind of just how you kind of start a conversation.
How long did you talk online before you met in person?
Oh, man. Maybe like 3 weeks to a month or so. She was kind of nervous about it, but I wanted to meet her, so.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, you can't blame. I guess a woman, you'd be more nervous,
sure.
you know?
Sure she would.
That's interesting because I did the math. You've been listening 6 years. You were 21 when you started, so you're in your mid-20s now. Did you meet people like the old-fashioned way? Did you go to bars or had set up on blind dates and stuff, or was it a lot of online dating, more so online dating?
Probably more online dating. I didn't really date anybody in like middle school or high school, so I was just kind of like very relaxed about that. But like afterwards, I don't know. I guess I just didn't really have the confidence unless I texted them for a little bit first, and then then I would ask them to go out for dinner, or go to a bar afterwards or something. But definitely always like to take a girl out to dinner for the first date.
Right.
Do you remember the restaurant where you went for your first date?
Actually, yes. She lives in a small town, and so I just tried to find something like fancy. So I looked up Italian. So we went and ate Italian, and then apparently like 2 weeks later, she finally built up the nerve to tell me that Italian is one of her least favorite places she likes to go.
Oh, that's great. But she liked you, so well, best of luck to you. It's great to meet you, and now you can possibly want it. We're going to give you a Two Guys Named Chris T-shirt, and you might wind up with this gift card. You can make a meal
That's
for
right.
her.
Yeah, you can go give her some meat.
That's right. Good job.
Don't listen to Dave.
Please,
Don't
Dave.
Never listen to Dave.
Thank you, David.
If he wins.
Thank you. David, it's good luck with you and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep rocking, man. Love
Thanks
you.
very much.
Oh, all right.
What a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Real nice guy. Like you, Kelly. He didn't date in middle or high school.
This was going so well till he opened his mouth.
Did you hear that?
First with the meat and then with the unneeded attack just now.
Hey, listen to this. Listen to this attack. Chris Demm just told me during the commercial break. You know Rodney, our statistician for Put Up or Shut Up Rock and Roll. Now, if you missed Put Up or Shut Up today, a little over an hour ago, the final score was 3-1. Respectable. I lost.
In what world?
You had the one.
Okay, I had the one. And it was a true-false. 3-1 was the final. Chris Demm says Rodney has messaged him to say that he got all 10 today. Okay. All right. Wow. Fine.
What could have been?
Well, that just stings.
Yeah, that does. That stings. You know what has changed 1,000 times since we started this show 25 years ago? Now, he's a brand new, he's been listening 6 years, never called before, David. When it first started, dating online was just getting started, and I thought there was a stigma to it.
Yeah, you use the word stigma all the time.
Chris Demm called me Stig.
It came up so often.
Hey, Stig.
What are you today, a prig or a stick?
It was. He calls me prig and he calls me Stig because I said there was a stigma to online dating. And now what he was saying, I wish, one thing I'll say about the technology, because I had, as Dave pointed out, I had a hard time meeting people in high school. And my girlfriend was from Canada.
She didn't go here. You don't know her.
Well, you don't.
She had customs issues.
She couldn't get back.
We had a really difficult time. We never saw each other.
Her daddy was in the syrup industry.
That's right. Oh, he's big syrup.
Only one time across Niagara Falls could you wave at each other.
Hey, there's Marla Hooch, and there she was.
Can't see her through the mist.
I wish, one thing about technology, I'm always wishing, like things were back to the old ways, but that I wish was a thing. I remember really wishing, I wish I could meet somebody like over the phone or whatever without having to go. I was petrified to ask somebody on a date.
Face to face.
Face to face. It was
Yeah.
very, that's why
It's hard to take rejection face to face.
I had a very difficult time with that. So just asking somebody out was really
Yeah.
hard.
Or even if they say yes, it's still hard to screw up the courage.
That's right. But I do think the barriers are dropped when it's online because what he did was right.
Yeah, and I like his time frame there was 3 weeks.
Perfect.
That you get to know somebody, so it's not meeting a total stranger.
Now, if you're a woman in the situation, like his girlfriend said she was nervous about meeting him, how do you ease that? Do you go out with like a group first instead of
You might do that, or you just meet in a public place, too.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
always
it.
meet in a public
In a
place
busy
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay, that makes
Did you
sense.
ever ask someone out and they said no?
I think he made a career of it.
Well, the girl in
Miss North Carolina.
Miss North Carolina.
Carolina.
Check yes or no.
The girl at the dance.
The dance.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, you got to wrap it up. Friday, time to go.
The Valentine's Day Massacre.
Valentine's Day
Oh, my
massacre.
was
God.
terrible. That was
Yes,
terrible.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
The server.
The
Hangman.
The server, hangman server, when
That's
I did
right.
the hangman
Yeah,
message.
the chase
Hangman
to the
game.
parking lot. You chased her out to the, this is a business meal.
No, that's the Valentine's
No,
Day.
that's
Oh, that's
Valentine's Day
Valentine's.
Massacre. The hangman that he's talking about is what I wrote. She was trying to get on Wheel of Fortune. I had been on Wheel of Fortune, so on a napkin I drew what Chris Demm described as a ransom note because I left letters out of it saying, "Will you go out with me?" You had to solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
And she called the officers, the police officers.
Yeah.
I
I think he has my mother.
and I was no longer allowed to eat at that restaurant.
Serve this way.
It's a good restaurant, too.
It was a really good one. Yeah.
You know, you would have been okay at online dating because I feel like you would have been able to talk, but you'd have ended up picking the worst screen name thinking they can't see it, like, Punani Slayer 69. Yeah, what kind of screen name is that?
What? That'd be my problem. There's my problem right there. I love the meet and greet. Here's 2 guys we've met.
Yeah.
Both are good guys and both had interesting stories.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again on Monday.